Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to War on the Sea, a new game out by Killerfish Games, the developers of Cold Waters and Atlantic Fleet. This is episode number 23 of our Allied Let's Play series, and we are not doing so great in this game. This is the Guadalcanal campaign, Operation Watchtower, from the Allied perspective, and the Japanese have a firm hold on Guadalcanal. They've developed a level 5 airfield there, which allows them to have torpedo bombers, long-range torpedo bombers, G4M Bettys, based out of Guadalcanal, and as a result, they really dominate the South Pacific and the Solomon Islands area. We are trying to counter them, and we are trying to wear them down, and we're in the process of forming some battle groups to try and bombard that airfield down so we can launch a counteroffensive, but so far things haven't gone great. We are taking this is taken from a live stream from my Twitch channel, so we're going to jump right back into that in a moment. Did want to let you guys just give you a quick heads up. I will probably be streaming tonight some War on the Sea, not War on the Sea, some Victory at Sea Ironclads, which is a brand new game which just entered early access on Thursday, and it is another game developed by the folks at Evil Artwork. Sorry, that's Evil Twin Artworks. And these guys developed Victory at Sea Pacific, which I think some of you are familiar of. And that was a game that sort of was similar in concept to War on the Sea. It was sort of this real-time dynamic campaign of the Pacific Theater of Operations, except instead of just looking at like one area like Guadalcanal, it tried to do the whole war in the Pacific. And it had some issues with bugs. I think they probably tried to do too much in a real-time vein. It didn't really work in the way that like War in the Pacific works. But really an ambitious effort. And their newest game, Victory at Sea Ironclads, is a game that looks at the American Civil War and the naval campaigns there. And so I do want to go ahead and take a look at that. And so we're probably going to stream that tonight, a first look stream at around somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, Saturday night, February 27th. And then the video will go live the following day. So on the 28th, we'll post my first look video, which will be taken from that stream of that game. I know some of you are probably interested to see if I'll cover it, and that is the plan. I haven't gotten to it lately. I've been a little bit busy, but just wanted to give you guys all an update on that. With that being said, that's enough of me talking. Let's jump right back into the live stream, and I hope you guys enjoy. Move. Just awesome to watch them like glide below the surface. Why are these guys not moving? I told them to move. Oh man, this is one of the tedious things. It's like you should just be able to tell the boat to stay below the surface in daylight or something. Because we just get to keep watching this over and over again. Emergency blow, but no emergency dive. I'm going to guess this dive option is an emergency dive, because you can see it goes to flank speed and sets depth for 180 feet. So if you're cranking it up to 20 knots and you're calling for 180 feet, to me that's an emergency dive. Maybe I'd just get like a stream deck. I don't have one of those, but I should get like a stream deck or something and then have like nice little sound effects I can throw. That won't get annoying at all, right? Down we go. Hopefully they don't have depth charges. I'm guessing they don't. No. Just bombs. Oh my god. Temple. I'm not stupid. I'm not going toe-to-toe with enemy torpedo bombers on the surface. They're going to bank back. But it's going to be too late. I think. Yep, I'm gone. I think. Why am I still on the surface? Oh, going down. I'm curious if they'll drop anyway, even though I'm, like, too deep. They're converging on my position, obviously. Will they drop their fish? They will. Well, that's silly. Guess good thing we didn't go to periscope depth. I can hear the fish, I just can't see them. Oh, there they go. Look at them. Did the G3M carry long lances, by the way? Did, like, Japanese level bombers carry them? No, they didn't. Just the warships? Was it a variant of the long lance? Oh, come on. It's like, oh, there's a threat around. You can't use time compression or whatever, but there's no real threat. Fair warning, if late, the klaxon is loud. Never said I was going to play a klaxon in my room, but thank you. I don't actually know all the different variants of Japanese torpedoes. Oh, you sent the link for the klaxon. Okay. I use headphones anyway, so. Can I? Why can't I? I really don't want to. Come on. Let me time compress. Enemy fighters? Are they going to strafe my position because somehow they'll have perfect knowledge of where I'm at? Let's watch. Maybe they'll crash into the ocean. They'll kamikaze just like ours. Yeah, they are gonna. Well, they're not gonna kamikaze probably, but they're gonna strafe the open ocean. Nope. They're just gonna dive and then fly away. Okay. Now we can get out of here. Leave, confirm. Alright, can I please get away now? Alright, my subs are moving. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Dive the boat, damn you. Also, turn your radar on so I can look at whatever these things are. Probably just more zeros, right? Yep. The late night stream where you just get to see the historical gamer as he hits the dive button on his submarines 25 times in 30 minutes. Watch as enemy aircraft never succeed in their attacks on his submarines because it's too little or they can't arrive in time. Yeah, SEO, I'd stay below the water if I could, but the game doesn't let you. It just automatically runs your subs on the surface, I guess, unless you encounter an enemy surface task force, and then at that point it's like, oh yeah, by the way, you're under the water. Yeah, got Anon. I guess I could change that. That's a good point. Oh, come on. Before it was letting me every single time. Mara's, I would do that, but the airfield has unlimited torpedoes, so that doesn't really matter. I mean, sort of LT. You could run a World War II submarine underwater for 6 or 7 hours. Real tense music as if there's a threat. All right, our surface task forces are on the way up. Our cargo task force is heading west toward Milne Bay. Hopefully they'll arrive before our troops are driven into the water. Also, do we have any more troops at New Hebrides? We do. Let's do this. I'm gonna take a risk. Use that cargo, or use that those command points that we got from sinking those light cruisers. Do we have anything that's less than the Farragut's 6? I think that's the cheapest ship that we have, other than the subs. All the U.S. subs are destroyers until you get to the Benham class, or 6. Sims and Benham are 8. Benson is 8. Gleaves is 8. Fletcher's 10. Yeah, whatever. So we'll do that. Form these guys up. And then load them with some more Marines. And then we're going to sail them toward Milne Bay as well. So we've got 3,700 troops on the way to Milne Bay, as well as some supplies. I don't even think that's going to be enough. Meanwhile, our Guadalcanal formation still has 2,100 troops, but they're down to their last 300 supply. They're actually making a little bit of progress in terms of ticking up this progress bar in terms of taking Guadalcanal. Hey, boys, you're going on vacation to Milne Bay. Where the hell's that, sir? That's where all your wildest dreams will come true. What the hell does that mean? All right, so our ships have arrived at Rennell Island. All right, so we are gonna, let's do this, actually. It's daytime, so we've got enemy sub-aircraft, I'm assuming, patrolling here out, detecting my subs. So let's see if we can't find them with our B-17s. Maybe we can get some ASW work done. Japanese have already lost like 10 submarines, or maybe even 16 subs. All right, so the Battleship Task Force is the first task force I want to send north. The 2 destroyers, the Atlanta class, and then the Battleship North Carolina. It's going to take him about 7 hours to get to Guadalcanal. I don't want to quite send him in daylight. 12 hours would be nice and dark. Let's zigzag twice. 14 hours means like by the time they get here, dark, dark, dark. I think 1900 is the end of aircraft taking off, so about here. That should be safe-ish. All right, how's Milne Bay doing? Not great. Guadalcanal. Okay. B-17, huh? What did our B-17 find? Oh yeah, boys! We spotted her! Enemy submarine! Move to the attack. All right. Enemy submarines spotted. Now it's time to drop bombs. PPQ Steve, thanks for the follow. Chlorine, thank you for the follow. Appreciate the support, folks. And Karoom, thank you for the follow. Hope you guys are all having a nice Saturday night. Sea State looks a little rough. There's quite a bit of wave action going on here. Also, Temple Bean 97, thank you for the follow. A bit of a follow train here. Hope you guys are having a nice Saturday night. Yeah, LT, you probably don't want to join the Discord. By the way, let me know if that pops up too often. I think it's set to do every like 30 minutes, but it feels like it kind of, every time I look, I feel like I see it. So let me know if that's an issue. I can tone down that frequency. Maybe not now, but off stream or something. Holy Goat, thank you for the follow. Bossier Chip 15, thank you for the follow. Oh my goodness, it's like a raid of followers. I didn't see a raid come through, but we've got a pretty good showing here tonight. We're approaching 4,000 followers. I think we're 2 away from 4,000, and we're at about 72 subs at the moment, which is, all of those are records for the channel. I actually just submitted my my partner application for Twitch the other day, because I've been averaging well over the 75 requirement for a little while now. All right, so she is diving. The 17s are still a little ways off, so we'll see if that is, if they're close enough or not. They're still going to drop their bombs, but they're not. If the enemy goes beyond periscope depth, they may not be doing her much damage. Man, you can even see that sub is really bobbing in the water pretty good from that sea state. I think she's going to get down before we can drop bombs on her. I think she does look like she's going below periscope depth. Bulls 31 and Da Boke, Ski Puno, all thank you for the follows. We're now over 4,000 followers on the channel. All right, actually, so the bombs are dropping now. They look a little bit off target. So it doesn't look like... Oh, wait, those were good hits. That second string of bombers, they at least did some damage here to them. I don't know that they did enough to sink it, but you can see the pockmark on the hull here indicated they took some damage. So they're not going to sink, I don't think, but they will suffer some damage. We'll have to send some Avengers or something out from the base. Because, yeah, it doesn't look like she's sinking here. Let's just fast forward a little bit more to see with this time compression if... Lynx the Minx, thanks for the follow. I'm the top of the game category by a nice margin. Well, that's good to hear. I was looking at War on the Sea last night, and there was like there were like 2 people streaming. Granted, it was like 1 in the morning, so it's pretty deep down here. Wonder if we'll see an emergency blow. I'm guessing she's taking on water. We'll give it just another minute or so. There you go. You can see the emergency blow. Is it enough to save her? Seems like she's coming up. I don't have any more munitions to throw at her. If it was a fighter, I could try and strafe her. But you'll see she is going to surface. I mean, could we... We could try and navigate south. I don't know if we can attack with machine guns like in the ball turrets or something. Oh no, the B-17s are flying off map. They reached the edge of the engagement zone. I should have had them. Whatever. Alright, I guess that's it. Enemy suffered heavy damage and moderate flooding. Yeah, Temple, the UI takes a little bit of getting used to. I have been playing for almost 30 hours now, so I think I've gotten the hang of the UI. Come on, let me launch new aircraft. Alright, New Hebrides is good on new aircraft. What should they be? I think we would do HE bombs, right? Or we could do rockets, but I worry if the enemy dives quicker than we can get there. The other option is depth charges. Let's do depth charges. Of course, right over to where those B-17s were. I think hotkeys are your friend in this game, to be honest. Alright, let's try and find this sub. Alright, spotted him. The Thresher and the Avenger are going to be here. Let's do this. Well, these guys are already at 33 feet. So actually, we might be able to find him with radar. Although our sub might be a little too deep for that. Does this mean the enemy's going to start below the surface too, though? Because that'll kind of suck. I guess we could use active sonar to try and find him. Kind of give my position away, but... N, by the way, is the hotkey for nav, so you just hit it on and off. That way you avoid, like, accidentally choosing courses that you don't want to choose. We'll use time compression here. No sign of the enemy. Kaiju Director, thank you for the follow. Oh, those little pretty depth charges there under the wings. You know you got a Bombay there. You can put those in there. How about you slow down to 2 knots? Maybe you'll pick him up with the sonar then. I suppose if they were on the surface, you might pick him up with radar, but I doubt that. Usually when ships spawn in, the enemy subs spawn surface, or submerged. I mean, I can't find him, so... Alright. So what we're going to do here... I'm going to fly these guys till they run out of... Alright, so they're going to go ahead and... Let's go into the world and see if we can't find them. Hey, we're on the surface. Any chance they are? No? God damn it. Alright, are our B-17s back? Can I get them back in the air? No, not yet. Alright. I really don't want my subs in the engagement area because that kind of throws the whole... Fuck. Right. Ignore that. Get fighters up. Have these guys double back to Rennell. Let's go shoot this fucker down. Oh shit, I need to fix that. We've got the North Carolina in the lead, which is definitely not what I want to be doing. I didn't mess with my formation. So first thing I'm going to do, just in the event that the enemy sub might be around, flank speed, right full rudder. Meanwhile, Wildcats go engage this guy. No, no, no. Wrong target. She can turn pretty damn quickly for a battleship, I gotta say. Trying to shoot that guy down with flak. I don't think the sub is here. Doesn't look like it to me. But a nice hard turn just to be safe. Get my heavy cruisers joining the Carolina? No, last warship, my plan is 2 bombardment task forces. I'm hoping that 2 heavy cruisers can reduce the airfield from like twice, so we can reduce it by 1 with the battleship, 1 more time with the heavy cruisers, but I don't know if that's true or not. I guess we'll see. But the plan is to have 2 bombardment strikes on Guadalcanal. Does the game have a Surcouf? Is that the French submarine with the 14-inch guns? If that's your question, the answer is no. Alright, so we shot down the enemy scout plane. Doubling back. Why don't you guys bump it up to flank? And I guess what we'll do then is we'll send the cruisers in first. 8 hours will get them arriving at night. Fucking A. Enemy aircraft. And our fighters are nowhere to be found. So hopefully there aren't bombers and these guys are just fighters, because if this is frickin' Nels or Bettys, we're fucked. And I didn't fuck with my... I didn't mess with my formations, so that's great. Left full rudder. Radar's on. Ping away like madmen. New aircraft. And they are... Oh my god, we might lose a battleship. How were the Nels and Bettys out there in a split second? Like they were waiting for me. They knew I was there somehow. They don't have code breakers. Give me a break. Yeah, but the scout plane I don't think was around long enough for them to know. I guess I could be wrong. I'd rather they not shoot at the dive bombers, shoot at these low-flying torpedo bombers. They're going to be the ones who screw me. I mean, we're definitely going to take a torpedo hit. At least one. We're going to have to pull the battleship task force back to New Hebrides to repair if it doesn't get sunk. My bigger concern is that she gets sunk. I'm trying to sail directly into the torpedo bombers, which are directly ahead of us, to minimize how many hits we take. Meanwhile, the enemy dive bombers are coming for us. Their bombs are out for sure now. How many hits are we going to take? 3 hits. Minor damage. I don't think the enemy had them airborne. That'd be silly if they just have their aircraft loitering. I mean, 1 compartment damage, no fires started. Yeah, I would say that's the definition of minor. Shit, they're off the starboard. I gotta turn. Turn into them. Come on, 5 inchers. This is the paradox here, is that in order to have a good chance of shooting them down, you want your 5 inchers on a broadside so you can maximize your fire on the incoming planes. In order to minimize your target, you want to sail directly into them. And so that's kind of the problem here. Meanwhile, there's 2 strikes of aircraft coming in. So which one, pick your poison. Which one do you want to not get hit by? All right, fish are in the water. They're banking away. At least the first group, it looks like one's going to go right down our throat. So we're going to get 1 torpedo hit. Moderate damage from that. Oh shit, that might be 2. Please don't sink. Heavy damage. All right. So let's slow down. 2 knots. The whole front of the ship's fucked. We're going to be down by the bow. Heavy flooding, moderate damage. That isn't good. Take him on the cheeks. Recommend future hits you try to take on the TDS, not the cheeks. What's the TDS? The bulge? The torpedo bulge along the side of the hull? Okay. I guess I assumed trying to minimize how many fish you take was more important than... I don't know. I don't know. My logic was take fewer hits. Less relying on the torpedo bulges, but I guess that's a good call out. I'm going to let these guys try and put the fires out. Flooding's down to moderate. Heavy damage, moderate flooding. We're going to send the battleship back. And I think I'll drop my Atlanta class over to the Australian heavies and try and bombard with that. I don't know that that's going to be enough to accomplish anything. Other than maybe shut the airfield down for a few minutes. Just get that fire out, guys. Alright, well I guess I haven't taken... Oh my god, the fires just keep spreading. I haven't actually taken any damage from torpedoes on a battleship before, so I didn't think to use the bulge, but... I can't repair these. These all have 0 hull integrity. These are flooded permanently. What the hell? The fires won't go out. Moderate. I guess that's better. I mean, things got a little bit better. It looks like the fire's spreading again. All right, so just the above deck fire now on the bridge. The bridge is on fire. Someone left the space heater on overnight. Break out the hot dogs and marshmallows. All right, fire out. Retreat, leave, confirm. Okay, so we've got to do something here now. Now, first off, have these guys fly south. Now we need to go ahead and have this task force split. North Carolina, you're going to just head home. I guess south and then home. You're going to take almost 2 days to get there on this route. Maybe not that far south. Meanwhile, San Diego, go join the Australians. Okay, have our fighters. Wait, there's another thing to resolve? But I thought... Oh, did I glitch it out? Because I went to world rather than like, well, that's weird. Oh, come on. That's dumb. Just making sure everybody's still moving. Okay. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of War on the Sea. We saw a battleship try and fight off some Japanese torpedo bombers. We took 2 torpedoes and suffered a fair bit of damage, unfortunately. Fortunately, the ship didn't sink, and we'll see how that plays out in the following episodes. I think one of the things that was pretty interesting in that particular part of the stream was that, you know, to me, and maybe this is the World of Warships effect, but the best strategy to avoid those torpedoes is to turn into them to minimize the cross-section of your hull that can eat a torpedo, and as a result, minimize how much damage your ship can take. However, when you factor in the fact that ships have torpedo protection via like a bulge, an anti-torpedo bulge, if you take one on the snout like we did, there's no torpedo bulge there. There's no protection there from a torpedo. And so I do wonder, if you're going to take 2 fish on the bow, would you be better off taking 3 fish on the starboard or 3 fish on the side of the ship along the broadside, but where you have torpedo protection? Would you be better off taking 3 or 4 torpedoes there, or 2 torpedoes on the bow where there is no protection? I don't know. It just seemed like 2 torpedoes did a lot of damage to the battleship. I mean, I know 2 torpedoes, in theory, could do a lot of damage to battleships, but I think we're so conditioned talking about World War II and how carriers took 3 or 4, and sometimes they were still okay to survive, and it was maybe a sub that finished them off, or a battleship like the Yamato, which could take like a drubbing in terms of torpedoes. You know, what could the North Carolina realistically have taken? I don't know the answer to that, but nonetheless, I hope you guys found the episode and the stream interesting. As I said, tonight around somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, probably between 8:30 and 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, I'm going to be streaming the new Victory at Sea Ironclad game, which just came out on Thursday into early access. We will be streaming the Union campaign because the game doesn't have a Confederate campaign yet. It will, but that's currently, one of the limitations of it being in early access. And so we'll be streaming that on the Twitch channel. You can find the link in the description if you're interested. And then Sunday morning we'll have have a clip of that come up as my first look video on the game. I've already played through the tutorial, so I think I know a little bit more about that game than I did this game, although the tutorial is kind of sparse, to be honest. It kind of gives you some basic instructions of how to move some fleets and ships around and gives you some basic instructions on the grand strategy map, but it doesn't really go into a ton of detail about the game, so we'll see how that turns out. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. Look forward to seeing some of you tonight in the stream, and then look tomorrow for the first look of Victory at Sea Ironclads. Until then, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time, I'm out. Oh, and these enemy fighters don't do any damage to our fleet, so we'll probably just jump ahead and out of this particular confrontation at the start of the next video. But with that being said, I'm out.